Right. Good morning, everybody. I needed to make this video because, okay, first of all, I'm gonna start with this morning. As you can see, I am out like past the time I'm usually out because it's usually dark outside, but I'll still get where I need to go on time, I guess. I just will kind of be rushing a little bit, which is fine. Um, let's talk about dreams. So last night I had this dream, and the dream that I had was I don't know the rest because it doesn't come to the dream. Oh, the dream that I had was something about wild rabbit dogs and me trying to hide in a box school. But then when I was trying to hide, first everybody was hiding, then nobody was hiding. And I was trying to hide. It was weird. So in the dream, what happened? The part that I remember was me going to a laundromat. First, I was in this place. I forgot what happened when I was in the place, but I was in this place. My sister was there. It was like where we lived or stayed or something. And I asked her something to the effect of, I asked her something to the effect of, did she want to listen to something? I think I was listening to music. I was doing something with my phone that was entertainment, and I asked her if she wanted to listen to or something like that. Now, I'm trying to remember. So, okay, then there was something. Oh, there was a gay guy, and it was like I was chilling there. It was me, my sister, some other like random girl or something, young girl, young, and this gay guy came in, and I guess the gay guy was the girl's father. And this is like maybe the second day I was chilling over there. The first day it was the same thing. He came in and chit chatted, whatever. But this day that he came in, he had nothing on but a pair of thongs. Like they were silk in the front and thong in the back. And not only was it thongs that he had on, but they were women's thongs, like pink satin silk with little ribbons and stuff. And I could clearly see his organs. You know what I'm saying? Like clearly, I saw his scrotum and he had like long brown hair and his thing. And I remember looking up and he just smiled like it was not a big deal, you know. So I'm like, okay, fine. This is how they be living. So, and it was nothing sexual about it. That was just the way he walked around the house, you know. So I guess, you know, this is God's testament again to me about how I do things and I'm just being natural and how other people, you know, it may affect the world a different type of way. And I'm like, okay, fine. You know, so then at that point, I think that's when I decided to leave. And as I was leaving, I heard a radio broadcast or something that said something about beware. And I've had dreams like this before where there were wild, feral dogs or whatever running around. And I was walking and running for miles trying to get away from them. So it said, be careful, there's wild feral dogs. And I was thinking, okay, whatever, you know, because, you know, they've been saying that like it's in the immediate area forever, but nobody's lifestyle's changed. Everybody's doing what they need to do when they need to do it. So, and I kind of akin the wild feral dogs to, I'm going to talk a little bit about race to the black children that's out there stealing and stuff. But anyhow, so, you know, I went ahead and went on out. And then the report came on again. And I was walking across the street. The scenery that's in this dream is from back in Hampton, Virginia, my childhood growing up. Then there's a part that reminds me of Lauderhill or Lauderdale Lakes and near the Fort Lauderdale area. And then this is the part that reminds me of Lauderhill Lakes and Fort Lauderdale area. There was a laundromat across the street. I was walking across towards the laundromat. And as I was walking across to the laundromat, the radio broadcast came on again about that, or the advertisement. Then next thing I know, I hear all these dogs just ruff, ruff, and they sounded like, they didn't necessarily sound feral. I think feral dogs sound a little different. You can hear the but these dogs, they were sounding like, they could attack, like they were giving their warning. And as I looked out of the corner of my left eye, there were a bunch of dogs, but they look like farm dogs, like white dogs with brown spots on them, And so I went into that laundromat because I was like, oh, I need to hide, or whatever, or build a barricade. So I went to the laundromat and there was nobody in there. So I figured people, and I hadn't seen anybody on the streets, people had already taken cover. So when I went to the laundromat, I was trying to find a place because in my mind I'm thinking at any minute they're going to come out and attack. So I'm trying to find a place that's, that I can barricade myself in. So as I walk in, everything's empty. It looks like the laundromat, but nobody was there. So I'm thinking everybody went ahead and got cover, purge style. So I was thinking to myself that there might be already people hiding in here, but I didn't see anyone. And I'm sorry, I'm going a long way around. I'm still halfway asleep and tired and thirsty. So yeah. So then, I should not be crossing the street because there's this car that's going full speed ahead. So yeah, purge style. So I think I can make it. So then I go into the back of the laundromat because I'm thinking, oh, this is gonna be trouble because there's no real doors that lock, So as I go to the back, there's a small laundry room. They got chairs and stuff. So I go to close the door, and the door has if you've ever rode a bus or maybe a refrigerator with a rubber buffer that kind of accordions in and out. When I closed the door, there was that kind of rubber buffer there that accordioned in and out. So yeah. So there was a kind of rubber buffer that accordioned in and out. And I'm thinking, oh boy, I'm in trouble because this door don't really close. It's meant to not really close, And I'm like, it has a deadbolt on it, and that's the only type of lock that it has on it. And I don't have a deadbolt key. So, I lost it. But I'm glad to be going to work because I can't stand being in the house anymore. Yeah, but today I have to make it a point that, I'm going to take a shower and I'm going to clean that place out because I ain't got no choice until I find something else to make the best of what I got. So, anyhow, I go in to barricade the door and I'm like, okay, there's no way. And I'm feeling it's really quiet, like the quiet before the storm. Nothing's there. So I barricade the door. Lots of blue and white and light pale blue periwinkle colors in this ring. So I push some chairs and tables and stuff against the door. And as I do that, it just seemed really odd to me because now I'm looking out the back window. And the back window, there's a sheer valance over it, a sheer sheet panel valance curtain thing. And there's a white family, basically the men of the white family, young, probably somewhere between 30 to 45, sitting at a table in their backyard. Their backyard is where the laundry room window overlooks, and they're having drinks. I mean, really white bread, blue eyes, blonde hair, just, white bread. And so, I'm looking out and I'm thinking, that's kind of weird. If there's feral dogs everywhere, why are they just chilling like that? Shouldn't they be in the house? And so I just was thinking wow, that's really weird. But I remember when I walked into the laundromat, there was broken glass everywhere. So I was like, what's going on? And so after a while, I don't know how it happened, but after a while, what ends up happening is I don't know how the space in front of the door got cleared out, but it did because I had put everything against the door. But after a while, there was this old white man, like really old white man with that kind of smile. You know what I'm talking about with the dentures, really old. Um, and he had like this light tan, light olive green kind of, patterned shirt with, plaid pattern looking shirt and some olive green khakis and, the big straw hat and whatever. And he was coming in, I guess, to do his laundry. So I was like, okay, this is ridiculous. So I took everything from in front of the door and I let him in. The dream was weird on different accounts, but I don't remember all of it. But then when I woke up, the room that I'm in is pitch black. Like it has and this is what I thought was to be real, but the room was pitch black when I woke up. I guess I was woken up. But when I laid there, there was like a little glow of light around the ceiling fan. The ceiling fan doesn't really work, but there was a little glow of light around it. And in real life, it doesn't really work. And I was thinking, okay, well, I've seen that happen before where there's a glow of light around it. And I'm like, what is that? But what it is, what I figured out before was that it's like something like maybe, the LED light from the phone charging or from the Bluetooth charging or, computer light or something like that. So I didn't think nothing of it. Laid back and I looked at that light and I was like, I need to check what time it is because it's probably time to get up. So I laid there and then I closed my eyes. Well, I laid there. I don't remember what happened if I closed my eyes, but the next thing I know, the light was gone. Like really, in real life, unless I was still sleeping. But the light was gone and it was pitch black in the room again. And then I was like, well, okay. So I ended up falling asleep again. And this was so I slept probably for another hour and almost 2 hours. Because when I woke up, I was like, oh, I need to look at the time and see what time it is. And my spirit told me it's going to be right time for you to leave. And when I woke up, it was past what I would normally say was right time for me to leave. And I ran to take a shower, but someone was in the shower. So, so I got dressed in like 10 minutes, my 10-minute dressing thing, and I ran out. And my back hurts a little bit, by the way. So the dream was odd. Some of the things that was in it, I don't remember everything, but it was a really odd dream. It was like I was running, nobody else was. It was a lot of hype. It's like if you've ever been in the prison system or jail system, there's a lot of hype where they tell you to hurry up, and you're rushing because you hurry up to do something that you want to do, and then there was no need to rush, you just standing there. And that's how it felt. It was like they're telling you, in the dream it was like, okay, I'm getting away from something stupid that I don't like. I don't want to see. I'm not comfortable being around somebody's gay dad in pink silk satin thongs, with his stuff hanging out. So I get up to leave. So I'm trying to get away from that. And, all along prior, there was these rumors of feral dogs. And I wasn't running because I was like, okay, nobody else is running. I'm not running. So, but then all of a sudden I come out and it's like, report the dogs. I'm like, whatever. But then I hear the dogs. So I'm hurrying up to get, hurry up in this frenzied state to, find protection and safety. And lo and behold, I noticed somebody else is finding protection and safety, that everybody else is going through everything is normal. And then it's like the whole society around me is like, okay, nothing's really going on, So what does that dream mean to me? How would I interpret that? Think about the gay dad or whatever. I think a portion of that may have been because I think it's the lesson of God trying to tell me, okay, so I like being naked, I like being whatever, but the world has been so conditioned that being that type of way is suggestive of sex or whatever like that. that, people are not going to be comfortable with that. So that's what God is trying to tell me, that I need to do. Need to at least try to market myself, which I don't, as y'all can see. But so I need to at least try to do that and try to fit into a certain extent because I'm gonna scare people away. People can feel my spirit that I don't mean anything by it. But on the same note, people have been so conditioned that it does make them uncomfortable. So the part about me sharing with my sister, the last real life experience that I had with my sister was kind of ominous. So it's indicative of me, I guess, stating, don't always trust people so much, even those that are close to you. And really at this point in my life, I'm alone. And that's what it is. And I have to be accepting of that. I don't know if you guys can hear me. And I have to be accepting of that. And what I found out about these phones too, the microphones are on the top and on the bottom. So it's to encourage you that when you're vlogging and things, to use the landscape view. Which again, I vlog all the time. And so I don't want like all of my background information right there. The only thing that you need to see is me. And sometimes you barely see that. You might see a piece of skin because the phone is turned the wrong way. But, just some fact that I'm there. But, and then in addition to that, so it's telling me to beware of that. Now, the thing about me being calm when everybody else is calm and running when everybody else is running, I think it's indicative about social cues. It's about me trying to be cool, be easy, and accept social cues that the rest of the world, has going on. Like, okay, nobody else is running, so I'm not gonna run. But the dream is, and then the media is continuously saying, "Oh, feral dogs, feral dogs," and then when I hear what the media is saying, but I hear the dogs, and they don't sound feral to me. They just sound like they're doing what dogs do. Some dogs do. They bark a lot when people walk past, or when they see people, or when they're ready to attack. This is sad. I'm not gonna have time to eat, you guys. I'm gonna be hungry because I'm hungry right now. But yeah. So keeping with the topic again. So it's about me. It's indicative of my behavior when it comes to social values and things like that. Because I don't see any, and I've been trained to be this way. Usually, the system trained me to be this way. Because normally, I would go based solely on what I see. But the system has trained me that even though there may be a reason or not a reason to do something, one, not to trust the media. Because even though the news kept posting feral dogs, feral dogs, feral dogs, nobody was taking heed to it. Okay, so and because nobody else is taking heed to it, I didn't. Normally, I would use my own thinking and analytical skills and say, hey, there's maybe a danger that something's going on. I need to at least be careful. But I didn't feel that fear. So I think it goes to intuitiveness, like you're using your intuition to tell you whether you should bother with something or not. But then you go by facts that, this is what they're saying, and these animals are barking, which really you're taking something that the animals normally do, and you're taking it out of perspective based on, what the media is telling you. And that happens. Again, legal system. I remember being in the court, and they were just like, oh, the fugitive. And I was like, who are they talking about? The fugitive. And I'm looking around, because I'm looking for some guy like the movie The Fugitive, running around with leaves and stuff in his hair torn up to be afraid of. And I was scared. And lo and behold, they were speaking about me. So what the fugitive means is someone that missed a court date. And there's so many reasons why people can miss a court date. And a lot of times they're contrived because the system is not what it's supposed to be. Meaning that, one of the reasons that it could happen is that when you go into that type of situations, a lot of times you're court ordered into homeless shelters and things like that. And when that happens, either you're court ordered or you just don't have a place to live. Now, I would have had a place to live, but they court ordered me. So I was like, okay, this is going to be an exciting adventure that they're going to lead me on. And when you're in that situation, you don't have a permanent address. You don't have time to change addresses, this, that, and the other. So they may send something to you, but they already know that you're not going to get it because they send it in the mail, but they'll set a court date for the next day, knowing that there's no way that you could have gotten it. Luckily for me, because I was taking my own case at the time, but then I was coerced to do otherwise. I was in the court every single day because I was working on my thing. The lawyer saw me there. So it's just, all of that's contrived. So again, back to the dream, perception is one. The dream was warning me about how, the media will purport one thing, and then it'll cause you to take something that's normal, like a dog's barking, and apply that frame of thinking that the media put out there for you to think to that situation. I don't know if y'all hear me, but you see what I'm saying? And so that's what happened, because the media kept putting out all this stuff. But I guess they had gotten to the point in my dream world that it didn't matter, because they saw that maybe it wasn't true or whatever. But then, me being a loner, so I'm going by social cues, but also I'm not hearing the deep down conversations that people are having about what's going on. So I hear the thing portrayed, and then combine, and I think a lot of people do this, all of us do this, combined with me hearing that on the media, and then me hearing a bunch of dogs barking at the same time. They didn't sound feral. They just sounded like, dogs that were barking. So, and there's a difference, I think, between, you could hear dogs foaming at their mouth and stuff. So yeah, so that part of the dream was telling me, again, about social values and cues, and how I, interact socially with, receiving information from the world, from the general public in general, about how other people react, and then also how I'm easily manipulated by, even though I know that that's how it can go, by what's put out. Oh, this is long. By what's put out in the media.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Doing pretty good. How I'm easily manipulated by what's put out in the media for you to take normal things and take them out of context just because of what the media puts out there. Now, then the other part of my dream where the old man comes in, again, it's a dream that's telling you really don't know which end is up and what is what. Because when the little old man comes in, and the white man and the white family in the background, oh, my back. Oh. Okay, when the little old man comes in and the white family in the background, basically, what that's saying to me is, you don't know who's who and who you can trust and things like that. And if these people are just chilling, are they just chilling because they have a privilege to chill? You know what I'm saying? Or is it because they know that they're, and the privilege is not just because maybe the systems and things that are in place to be that will cause something bad to happen are not targeting them, but in addition, because they know how to protect themselves. They know that they're packing, they got gun, they got heat, whatever, so they don't need to be all scared and acting loopy, okay? So that's one thing. Now, it was a little old white man that came in. The feeling I got, again, you don't know who's who. You don't know what stand they're coming from. So, again, going back to that law of powers of 48 laws of power, whatever, that, like I said, I couldn't really get with, because, I understood it and I hear it and there's lots of wisdom in it, but it goes against what's been ingrained in me. But perhaps I'll be nurtured otherwise by the world. But one of the things they were saying is that trust no one and observe everyone. But anyways, good morning. I'm going to end that vlog on that. But I have another whole bunch of stuff. This is going to have to be put on another channel because this is pretty long. But anyways, good morning.